This is Jeff, and I'm here at Our Story Studios again, and look who stopped to see me today.
Andy Knoll, First Farmers and Merchants Bank.
I think I know you, Andy.
I think I know you, Jeff.
That's right, exactly. How long have you been with the bank?
I just arrived just a few short years ago, only 27.
27.
Yeah.
Well, good for you. Congratulations. You know, Andy, we just got done shooting an episode of Martin County on TV. Would you like to see that right now?
Love to, Jeff.
Let's take a look. Joining me today is...
Hi, Sara Pierce with Pierce Accounting and Tax Services.
Sara, so nice to see you again.
Yeah, nice
and
to be
thank
here.
you for joining us. And I know what you do, of course, but share with the folks what you do.
Sure. So it's Pierce Accounting and Tax Services. So we provide tax services, obviously, for individuals, businesses, farmers, really all ranges.
Okay.
We also do accounting services such as payroll, bookkeeping, monthly financial statements, and just helping getting information to third
awesome.
parties.
Yeah, very cool. So tell the folks how long your family has been in business.
Just 41 years, actually.
41 years.
I've owned it now for 4.
And in case there's anyone who don't know, tell a little bit about your dad.
Sure. So Steve Pierce, he is a native from Fairmont, and he started the business 41 years ago, and just because he had a passion for the accounting and tax world. So that's what he does. He bought the post office building, and we are still located there today.
Well, and for those of us who know, and those I'm sure watching know, what an incredible building.
Yeah.
And your dad truly had a passion, not just for that building, but for Fairmont and how to make it better and how to improve. He was an inspiration to us, and you should be very proud of that.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he's very proud of what you're doing with it today. So that's very cool.
Yeah.
We did find an episode. He was on a lot of different stuff. I mean, he was very active. So we found a great interview with him done by Bonnie. Do you know Bonnie Felstead?
I remember the name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bonnie did a great, you'll have to meet her, you'd love her.
Absolutely.
Anyway, she did a great interview with your dad about the time they were just completing the post office and with the remodel and different things. It's a great interview. Should we take a second and show that to the folks?
Yeah, I would love to.
Here we are with the new year of Hometown Focus, and I'm kind of right back where I started with one of my favorite people in Fairmont, Steve Pierce. Okay, first of all, County Commissioner.
I'm still a commissioner,
Still a commissioner.
Up for election.
Up for election.
Yeah.
CPA.
Yes.
Beautiful office.
Thank you.
And when we were here last time, we just saw a bear. There were bear boards everywhere. People have asked me, when are you going back to see that post office? Well, here we are. I need to ask you a couple questions, first of all. When I first came in, you said, that's post office green. Is
Yes.
that right?
Most of what I found throughout the building was originally painted green.
Okay.
And the lobby, if you come in, it's been repainted the original green.
Okay.
I'm not sure really where else in the building I may have it other than down in the basement. There's some of the original paint.
Okay, but not
And
that.
and I uncovered the bulletin boards back there. So
Okay.
for some cork. So
Okay.
and the light fixtures being redone. It's all original.
Okay. Next thing I saw was, it looks to me like post office boxes on the floor. Is that correct? Is that...
Yeah, those were not left here. Those were brought here. The post
Okay.
office and I had a little disagreement about things. Apparently, they, for some reason, would not deliver my mail. I'm not exactly sure why yet, but we finally come to an agreement. They put those boxes by the door. They don't have to walk over here to my door. They can put it in those cartons there. So I am getting my mail.
Okay, well, we'll save a few steps, I suppose. Okay. Beautiful appointments here. The finishing work is just gorgeous.
Yeah, we kind of got started and we weren't sure what we're going to do. I kind of wanted an original pine look, but when you start pricing out pine these days, oak is the same price, so I can figure this one out.
Sure
so
you can.
That's why
Okay.
you see everything is in oak, a lot
Sure.
of oak inside, and all the boxes and the window trim.
Okay,
So-
now, so you're in here,
Yes.
and when did you move in?
I'm not sure I'm here yet.
Okay.
Officially. I moved in here August 1st.
Okay,
Randy Queering with Principal Financial Group is in the East Suite in the back there.
okay.
He's been in here about that long.
Okay.
Because the North Suite is still not been constructed yet. We're
Oh, I
working
see.
on-
Okay.
Working on plans, have a tenant I've been working with, hope we can work things out, get it in there, just kind of coming up with
Okay.
design and If you're interested, don't stop calling me, but
No, okay.
nothing's been signed. That is not completed at all over there.
Okay. It seems like I heard at one time Chamber was coming in here. Is that?
Right, that was an initial thought, and we'd worked, I'm on the board, and we worked for quite some time, and
Okay.
actually, I was kind of convinced at one point in time they were coming in here, but were unable to make a decision on the matter, so I just moved on.
Sure, of course, of course. And it looks like you moved on well.
Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah.
gee, it's just, I just couldn't wait to get back in here.
Yeah.
The windows are great. As we saw before, the skylights here are just great. And you've added more throughout
Yes.
the building.
Yes, I'm not sure when the first time around, I think these steel studs were up for these walls here.
Yes, they were.
But not much else. Probably behind us, you can see the exit sign. They're the second story right there. The bathrooms are below it. That's where all the HVAC, the heating, cooling, phone, computer
Okay.
switching equipment is all up there.
Last time I was here, Steve, it was cold. We were cold in here, weren't we? Yes.
That could be it. There was no heat running.
No. And there's nothing colder than an empty building. It's
the
just,
winter time.
oh, yeah, really.
No, it's very comfortable in here now. I've been very pleased with their very high energy efficient furnace air conditioners, and they've been very economical to run, so I've been pleased about that. Hopefully it'll stay that way.
Well, of course, we all hope
Well,
that.
you're paying on 3-4 meters, you kind of want it that way.
Yes, you do. Well, it's such a beautiful part of downtown Fairmont, and so glad that you kept it. And so glad that it's going, and I want it to go well for you, of course.
Yeah.
And now, if people want to take a look or whatever, are you thinking of a grand opening or
Well, the
something?
doors are open, and I have people down here constantly, between Randy and myself. We
Okay.
seem to be giving tours.
Okay.
It is open. I'm not ready for a public grand opening. There are some
Okay.
things that need to be finished from public accessibility standpoint. Also, there's a lot of decorations to be put up. And
Oh, sure.
Actually, I would like to have the tenant in the north side first. But people, the doors are open. You can feel free to walk in.
Okay.
Just this weekend now, behind us, you see I put up some of the stuff
Oh, I
in the
love
back,
that.
and-
Oh, what a
yeah.
wall. What a wall. Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
I have an
The-
awful lot more of that. It's
Oh.
one thing that, everything was gone from this building, everything. And but that's the one thing that wasn't, was the original prints and a lot of that documentation.
Okay. And something else, that if people have memorabilia, you're open to
Oh, yes.
showing it? Or?
Around us here in the lobby, there's, you probably see him on the camera. I happen to, Dwayne Danner was fortunate enough, got some things, items from him, but I don't
Oh.
have anything personally.
Okay.
There's several around us here. They're
Sure.
empty, they're locked up. So if anybody has some Fairmont memorabilia they'd like to share or to
Sure.
post for a while, I'd really appreciate that.
Okay, well, that's
Particularly to the
that's
downtown
great.
area.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, Steve, again, thank you. Love
I'm
to
glad
be
to
in
have
this.
you.
Oh, glad to be in this building. Well, we've known each other a good many years.
Long time.
Long.
Longer than maybe we care to remember.
Well, yeah, well, me in particular. So, okay, it's
Alrighty.
Steve Pierce, Bonnie Felstead for Hometown Focus. See you next time.
Now that was awesome.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Very interesting, and what a project. That was a large project,
Yes, it
as you
was.
very well know.
Yeah, it was fun watching him do it.
You know, and your dad was so involved in so many things. One of the things that he was involved with that I'm familiar with was music.
Yeah.
What was that called? The
Lip sync contest.
lip sync
Yeah,
contest.
yes, he did.
He
his
did a
performance.
great job. And what did he do on that? I'm trying to remember.
Was it Minnie the Moocher?
Minnie the Moocher.
something- yeah.
Oh yes, and that was just great.
Yeah, yeah.
I think Shelley has some footage of that that she can show while we're visiting a little bit. But
absolutely.
he was very involved in a lot of things, and that was very cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of involved, I happen to know, for a matter of fact, that you're very involved in
Yeah.
the community. Share with the folks a little bit about what you're involved with and some of your passions.
Okay. Yeah, I guess Dad really installed his passion for this community into me and all of us kids.
Sure.
And so currently I'm involved with the Fairmont Chamber of Commerce.
Of course.
Rotary International. I'm helping with the Adventure Playground, which will hopefully get built this year. And also with the Yacht Club, too. It's really, I grew up swimming there all the time, so it's really neat to
course.
be involved there. So,
Now,
yeah.
share with us just a little bit about, because I think we might have to talk about this some more in the future with the playground.
Yeah.
Just in a few sentences, kind of what that is and what the mission is.
Sure. So it's an all-inclusive playground that is meant to be accessible to anybody despite any type of cognitive or physical disabilities. And it's
Wonderful.
meant for so everybody can play together. It's not just targeted towards a certain group, it's for everybody.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's going to have a zip line. So that's going to be really awesome.
Does that organization have a Facebook page or website?
We do, yep, Adventure Playground. Come
Okay.
explore with us.
So people
yeah.
can look it up and,
Yeah.
and check it out and
Yep,
different things. And then
absolutely.
you said you're involved with the Rotary.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we all know what good work the Rotary
Yeah,
does.
it's been a great group of people.
And the chamber.
Yes.
The
Oh,
chamber.
yeah, yep.
So yeah, we have
Yeah.
a great active chamber here. And the director's been on a couple times.
Oh, great.
Awesome.
Yeah, he's
a
great.
guy.
Yeah,
We
yep.
welcome him on board.
Yeah,
So-
it's been fun to be involved with because then you get to learn more about different businesses in town.
Absolutely.
And we have a lot going on here, so yeah.
Sarah, with the changing tax laws and such, if somebody has a lot of questions, kind of walk us through your process and what you do.
Yeah,
with the
there has
folks.
been a lot of changes, and most people are experiencing a completely different tax return. And I don't know when these changes are going to stop. So I actually encourage a lot of people to set up year-end appointments, either like November, December, even October, because a lot of times you know where you're at then, and we can just go over everything, see if there's anything we can change or do anything before the year end to help your tax situation.
So you're recommending, I'm stating just what you said,
Yeah.
but recommending if you go in before the end of the year, you have time
Yes.
to do maybe some changes
Yep.
that would affect your
Yep,
taxes.
whether
that
it be with
you-
retirement planning
Yeah.
or HSA accounts or, buy a new truck or something.
Now, have you seen a lot of changes even in the last few years? You
Yes.
think more so than like your dad in the previous 20? Or has
Yeah.
it always been a gradual?
There's always been a gradual change. Like we're required to do 40 hours of education a year to keep up with it. This last year was more intense. It was the largest tax change since I think like 1987
Really?
or something like that. And I see it keep changing, especially with Minnesota as it tries to align with the federal tax law.
Okay.
And depending on who's our president, depends on how much that changes.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Does state by state, is there a huge difference in the tax, how it's set up?
Yeah, actually there is. Minnesota is known as a high tax state, and
Sure.
we're working on bringing that down. Different states offer different credits so if we do returns for all different states, and so I just have to keep
Oh, you
looking
do?
it up. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I am licensed to practice in Iowa as well to do
Okay.
review level. But yeah, we have clients all over the states.
Do you
so.
see, and I'm asking the same question again,
Mm-hmm.
I realize, but do you see a lot of difference between Iowa and Minnesota in tax returns?
I do when it comes to depreciation and the credits.
Okay.
So, for instance, Minnesota offers a credit for student loan payments. Iowa doesn't.
Okay.
So that's one of the major.
So that's a lot to keep up with.
It is, yeah.
That's
It
a-
keeps me busy.
Absolutely.
Yes, yeah. I've actually gotten into we have a lot of expats, people who lived in the States and they moved to teach overseas, but they still have to do a tax return. Well, you're overseas, it's hard to find somebody over there. So I've actually been starting to do a lot more of those.
I'm sure you have a lot of your regulars that come for years.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Do you do like the simple tax returns
Mm-hmm.
for somebody that doesn't own a business or a
Absolutely.
young person
Yeah.
or something getting started?
Yep. Yeah, actually, I really enjoy working with more younger people are coming in, and it's great to start working them right away, even if it is a basic return, because we can help looking at the future
Absolutely.
and see what you can do now so that things are better.
Sure.
Because it's just something that wasn't talked about before. So
Very cool.
Yeah.
And lastly, on the retirement folks, same premise,
Same
I
thing,
suppose,
yep.
is how to phase into
Yep.
easier flow for retirement and such.
Yep. I like to start the conversation a good 5 years before retirement, so we can try to set up a 5-year plan to see how things are laying out for you.
Very cool.
So try to prevent any bad big surprises. So
Great.
yeah.
Sarah, so with your business, if a person has tax questions or estate or anything to do with basically taxes, just give you a call, drop you an email.
Absolutely. You could call the office. It's 507-238-4304.
Okay.
You can email me at sarah@pierceaccountingservices.com. Really long, but it flows.
Sure.
Yep. Or just stop in.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And do you have a website?
We do. It's pierceaccountingservices.com.
Awesome. And Facebook.
And Facebook.
Of
yes.
course,
Yep.
gotta have Facebook.
Yeah.
So be sure and like Sarah's Facebook page.
Yeah,
Very, very
absolutely.
cool.
Thank you.
Sarah, I want to thank you for stopping by today. It was great fun getting to know you better and honoring your father with some footage because he did some incredible
He did.
things for the community, and I know for a fact he'd be very proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.